What's going on, everybody? Mammoth Metal here. Finally got part of the fusion done. I don't know if anybody's been watching. Oh, look at this sticker. I found that funny because it's an Eco. It's EcoBoost. Ha! Ha! Okay. Finally got everything done. I don't know if I updated everybody. I was trying to look for aftermarket exhausts from the car, and I couldn't find any because it's a 2020. The cost couldn't fit the means. Cold air. Okay. Yeah, the cost wouldn't fit the means. So they didn't make 2020 Fusion aftermarkets. So kind of at a standstill with that because I couldn't find one. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna make one. If you guys didn't know about that Fusion feature too, you can roll the windows down. Took the TVs and the GameCube out, started having issues with the GameCube. It just wasn't reading the disc, so I just took it out, tried to mess with it. I think I just need a new disc reader. So back to looking fresh and clean back here. Got to do a little interior work. Aztec death whistle. But the main reason I came back out here is because I finally got somebody that could weld up stuff for me. Still made it street legal. Michigan's laws. It's got to be like 75 decibels in order to be street legal in residential, and it has to be no more than, I think, 90 on the highway or like the city streets. Like that 70 decibels is for like the suburbs, and then the 90s for regular commute to work and whatnot. And I think I've achieved that. Right now I'm looking for the fascia for the bottom because these tips right here gotta go. I have 3-inch carbon fibers that I want to put on. I have them, I just need to get them on. But the guy that did the job did a pretty good job. I had stainless steel, but he didn't have the welder that can make stainless. So if you guys don't remember the regular muffler, it would run the entirety of this, and it's just, it muffles everything. It's too much. Ford, why did you do that? You lost the perfect opportunity with a nice 4-cylinder to put on some nice beefy sounds, and you didn't. And you know, these Fusions are not talked about enough, in my opinion. I think that they had a really good potential. I have an all-wheel drive Fusion. That's an all-wheel drive 4-cylinder with a turbo. Can you imagine the things that you can do to that if you had it tuned right, turbo, like twin turboed it, maybe even a supercharger if you're into that style. There's so much that you can do to it. New rims, lower it down to the ground. People ain't got nothing on it. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta put the time to put into it. All right. So exhaust. There's that new muffler that I put. Then the piping that came up. Sorry about the angles, my man. Got that Cherry Bomb resonator. Goes all the way back up to the stock catalytic converter, so everything is still legal. Because you can't take off your cats, guys. And to tell you the truth, it's got a nice little hum to it. I wish I could get into the car and start it and like actually rev it. It's got a nice noise to it. I don't know if you guys remember the original Fusion. These sounds are not going to be, it's not going to justify the means. You're not going to be able to hear it unless you were here with me. But let's try to get this as quiet as physically possible. Okay. Here we are in the car. Everything's started. Music's all the way down. Now, from in the cockpit position, not much. And then we're going to put it outside on the driver's side, near the front tire-ish. Here's the front tire, if you guys can see that. And then the last angle that I'll get you guys towards the back as much as I can. Bear with me. Now, I don't know if you guys can hear it as well. I'll have to check the audio. But if anybody has a stock Fusion, you know that is not how that sounds. And it's enough that everybody at my job now is coming up and be like, where'd you get the muffler at? Where'd you get this? I want to get that. I have a 2005 Ford, and I got the Chevy Impala SS with the V8, and I want MagnaFlows. Like, what's a good price? So now it's impressed enough people in the car community, people that I work with and people that are in the car community, that they're starting to ask questions. So maybe if I don't know what I'm talking about, okay, that's fine, that's subjective. But I know enough that people are coming to me because they're just like, wow, he really said he was going to do it, and he did it, because I'm a man of my word. So that's what I'm doing. Extended paddle shifters, doing red all the way around. And I'm going to start changing some stuff up on the interior, putting this red trim in. Actually looking for a rear fascia today, right now, trying to get those quad tips on, because I have, it's like 2 1/4 outlet for the exhaust. So I have 2 1/4 to a 3-inch exhaust tip, and there's 2 of them. So it's like one single pipe, the 2 outlets, you know what I mean? Like, so it's a double tip or whatever, and I got 2 of them, so one for one side, one for the other. So that's how you get the quads. And I think that'll add a little bit more beef to it. I want to have a little bit deeper of a roar. I want to be a little louder. And then also, I was told, plus I already kind of knew, that as you drive the car, it's going to break down the resonator a little bit. It's going to start having some wear and tear on it, and as that starts occurring, it's going to get louder. So not only am I going to have these tips on it to make it a little bit louder, but once I break the car in about 300 miles or so, I'm going to say, maybe even a little bit more, it's gonna start really starting to come apart. And then about that 700 miles, I think it's going to be really coming through. But thanks for the support for the channel. Again, it's a 2020 Fusion SE. They're not making these things like that. Last generation, guys. It's a good car, all-wheel drive. It's like there are plenty of modifications you can do. You just can't be afraid to do them. And here's a good thing to show you guys as well. Notice the car's on. Look at the RPM. Okay, no engine light. So that was a big concern. Everybody always said is like, you might throw a code, check engine light. It's a newer car, everything comes through computers, da 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 da. So like, no check engine light. I made sure of that. And no check engine. So we're all good. I guess I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you again for the support, and stick around, because I'll be having more Fusion stuff, more gaming stuff. Take it easy.